It is Tuesday, August 30th in the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
We are back, the same time, same place with our favorite three picks of the day. We got our favorite game line, we got our favorite team total, and a no one first inning coming right up.
As always, guys, just do us a favor. Go down, hit that subscribe button. Really helps us grow this channel. You guys in the community have absolutely been killing it. As have we, Austin, right?
Yeah, we've been on an absolute tear. And now, look, we'll hop into a recap of yesterday. 2 in 1 day. Reds team total was Meatball Monday. They get it done, hitting that over 3.5. Yankees, Angels, under 8.5 runs, cash that. Look, we would love to get a 3-0 day, but we are the king of 2 and 1s is what we keep doing. The parlay of the day does cash with Angels run line and Twins first 5 run line. But look at this. Over the last 8 MLB slates, we've made money on 7 of them, had a bunch of 2 in 1 days. And, that's doing this in August is pretty tough. The books get sharp, and we've been on an absolute tear. We'd love to get a 3-0 day if you're parlaying all our picks. Maybe this is a way to say you got to stop parlaying, just play some straight bets, and you'd be increasing your bankroll. Hopefully, we've been helping you guys out. If we have, hit that subscribe button. Please drop a like. It certainly helps the channel grow. We have a couple notes. Now, like I've said, we only got 2 more days in August, and we've been donating to St. Jude. 10 cents for every new subscriber. We'll give you that total at the end of August, and we'll recap how we did in August as well. We also have college football week 1. Best bets will be coming live for Thursday and Friday slate. That'll be live later on today, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Set your alarms. Make sure you tune into that video. Then I have one other thing. We've been helping you make some money. Consider becoming an all-star. There's a couple cool extra perks, like you get the Fly the Nerfy Nation in chat, but you can also support us. It's only $2.99 a month. Go click that join button. We have one new all-star, Erica Evans. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Logan, we've been on a tear. What's your first pick for the people?
Yeah, we're going to the Battle of Texas, right? We're going to Rangers versus Astros, and predictably, Logan's taking the Rangers plus 1.5. Minus 110 odds on FanDuel is your best value here, as Austin's showing here on Odds Jam. Even odds across most of the books. I mean, this is the standard even odds run line. And how many times have I picked the side where the public isn't and been successful, right? We're doing some line reading on this one. 90% of the money, 75% of the bets are on the Astros, run line at even odds. That's such an easy fade for me. It's like I'll turn my braid off and just go the other way because I'm like, nah. Especially because there does seem to be a little bit of a pitcher discrepancy at first glance, right? You're looking at the Rangers. They got Dane Dunning going 4, 2, and 3 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. So coming in with a 3.21 ERA, a 1.13 whip at home. So you're like, okay, those are about average numbers, right? Now Dunning, 1.54 ERA and a 1.03 whip versus Houston this season. Also worth noting, Texas has covered in both of Dane Dunning's starts. So he's put up decent numbers versus the Astros. And quietly, the Astros aren't hitting that well on the road, right? The last 3 games on the road, Houston's only hitting 220. I mean, everybody knows the sort of juggernaut Houston is at home. Like, I'd be kind of scared to make this pick if it was in Houston. But considering it is at Texas, I'm definitely worthy of taking a shot on the Rangers. Now, pitching for the Astros, Framber Valdez, 0.45 ERA, a 0.95 whip versus the Texas Rangers this year. Yeah, I mean, he's coming over with a sub-1 ERA, pretty solid whip as well, under 1. So, you look at that and you're like, okay, Framber Valdez is the route to take. But not really, right? Valdez, 3.6 ERA in his last 3 starts on the road. So he quietly, he is kind of increasing that ERA on the road. He's, hitters are starting more to figure out what Valdez is trying to do to him. And Texas, no one really thinks of them as a juggernaut offensively, but they are hitting 294 in their last 3 games at home. So, barely below 300 batting average at home. I'll definitely take a shot on them. And then when we're talking about the bullpens, I know Houston first in bullpen ERA. It's hard to go against them, but Texas isn't far behind with 12th in bullpen ERA. Look, I think this game is closer than people want to realize. Rangers could win outright. Not predicting that, but I do think they keep it within 1. I think Dane Dunning does not sell us today, and I'm rolling with the Rangers. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, so I've been on a pretty good run with these team totals. Now, yesterday, the Reds didn't really do much. They only had 1 inning. They scored all 4 runs in that inning in the bottom of the 5th. They got it done. So you know what, Reds? I think they're going to have a little bit of a better showing today. So I'm coming back to them. Taking the Reds team total over 3.5. It's just a little bit more juice than it was yesterday. Minus 125 on BetMGM. You have FanDuel. They don't have a line right here. It is at 4. But still, we're looking at this. And while it's not Meatball Monday, it's still Terrible Tuesday. And you know who's starting for the Cardinals? Dakota Hudson. And he's been terrible. He has had some good starts in the past, but he's not been good as of lately. And on the road, he's been even worse. Just a 5.05 ERA, a 1.53 whip, and a 267 batting average allowed. 267 will be a career year for a lot of these Reds hitters at the bottom of the lineup, but they were able to get it done. Shout out Chucky Robinson, his first ever home run, the reason we cashed our bet yesterday. But Hudson's not a guy that's going to allow a lot of home runs. He's only allowed 8 on the year, but he does allow a lot of free base runners. He walks a lot of guys. And if you're putting guys on there, you get stressful innings. And all it takes is one hit, and we're driving in 1-2 runs. And those build up. And he's been struggling versus righties this year. Look at this, 287 batting average allowed to right-handed batters, a 353 on-base percentage. You look at versus lefties, 228 batting average, but a 346 on-base percentage. So you look at these, a 346 to lefties, 353 to righties. This is a guy that's struggling with command. He's walking a lot of left-handed bats. And while the Reds don't have a ton of lefties, they have 3 of them. They're likely going to start 6, maybe 7 right-handed batters. So should be able to hit him pretty well. If you look at Dakota Hudson's last 6 games overall, opposing team has scored 4+ runs, sometimes way more than that. And 4 of them, the Cubs and Yankees, the 2 offenses that didn't get it done, they both scored only 3 runs. So we talked about it yesterday. The Reds average 4.97 runs per game at home, a much better home offense than they are on the road. That's 5th most in the MLB. I know they don't have some guys that, might have been helping drive up that number, like Pham, Votto, and those guys, but I'm not too worried about it. Also, weather on our side, plus 21% for the home run and plus 9% for runs, according to Ballpark Pal. So like I said, Dakota Hudson's doesn't give up a ton of home runs, but if he does, there's likely some base runners on the paths, and that's going to lead to 2 3-run home runs. So asking for 4 runs out of a Reds team that the team totals or the over-under set 10. I know the Cardinals will likely put up some runs, but I do envision the Reds stealing one of these games in this series. Could this be the one with, Justin Dunn on the mound, an unknown commodity to the Cardinals, potentially? So I think this Reds team scoring 4 runs, I think they can get it done for back-to-back days. That's my favorite pick of the day. Reds team total over 3.5 runs. Go get it done, Reds. I love you guys. But Logan, you know what time it is? Yesterday wasn't a great time for this segment, but you know what? We're bouncing back because it's Nerf Nation time. Grab the flags, grab the music. We're waving these flags. Yesterday we actually lost the Nerfie in the top half of the inning for the first time in probably, a hot minute. But we didn't like that. We're coming back with a bounce back day. We're going to Detroit, because we will be taking the under first inning Mariners Tigers minus 115 on BetMGM. If this is the trap, then Logan, we're falling hard into this one. But we do see minus 115, and then across the books a little bit more juice. That BetMGM, the best value you're getting. Now on the mound for the Tigers will be Matt Manning. 4-2 on Noren first innings. This guy's been pitching really well overall and on the season, especially in his last couple starts, really limiting opposing offenses. And he's been even better at home. 3-0 on NRFIs at home, 12-0 at home since 2019. But a very dialed-in pitcher. Now we know the Mariners have an annoying offense. Sometimes you got J-Rod getting a leadoff double, triple, or maybe even a home run. But still, 9th and first inning runs. You can get J-Rod out, Ty France. I think Mr. Manning can get us those first 3 outs. Who's pitching for the Mariners today, Logan?
Yeah, we got George Kirby going, right? 11-7 on NRFIs, which is okay. I mean, it's not the best record we've ever seen, but for some reason, I mean, he's pretty solid on the road. He's 6-2 on NRFIs on the road, which is important because you have to see how these pitchers do away from Seattle. So Kirby should be somewhat decent there, and this Detroit offense is not daunting, right? 28th in first inning runs. Back of the pack in a lot of categories is Detroit. So George Kirby doesn't need to go pitch a masterpiece. He just needs to get us 3 outs. Don't care how they come. Over under predictably set to 7.5 with these 2 pitchers. And I really do like this one. As Austin mentioned, it could be pretty trappy because I expected it to be a little bit more juiced. But what happens, guys, when you pick a juiced NRFI? Huh? What happens yesterday? Yeah, that's why Austin and I don't do it, because it's the most annoying thing ever when you just knew it was going to be an L and it is an L, and that's tough. But this one stands a really good chance of cashing. Let's go NRFI Nation and let's bounce back.
Yeah, let's get 6 quick and easy outs, wave these flags, and hopefully, end this month on a good streak for the no-run first innings. I'm not really sure our record on the month, but I will definitely recap that on September 1st. Those are our 3 picks of the day. Can we extend? Hopefully, we have been eluding the 3-0 sweep for – you saw the video or picture at the beginning. We can't get the 3-0 sweep, but hopefully we can keep getting those 2-in-1 days that maybe sprinkle in a 3-0 sweep. Like I said, our parlay of the day yesterday that we post on OddsJam every single business day, Monday through Friday, that cashed yesterday. We're coming back with another one, 2 picks that we haven't talked about at all in this video. And we're taking the Nationals money line and Tigers +1.5, +255. So ugly, it might actually hit. So that's our parlay today. If you want to read exactly why we like each of those legs, go click the Odds Jam link in the description. We certainly would appreciate it. Become an all-star, do all that stuff. College football best bets video, I'll put it up on the screen when it is live. If you want to go check that out, show some love to that video. Logan, you got a 3-0 sweep in college last weekend. See if you can run it back with 5 more picks. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Austin Logan signing out. Let's keep winning some money. We'll see you guys in the next one.